Well, my YouTube friends, I'm on a journey towards 1000 ELO and I've been dancing around the 900 ELO mark in these past few videos. I never made it to 900 ELO when I started playing about a year ago. Not quite, I got to 890 something, but now I broke through 900 ELO, rose up to 914 or something and dropped down, and now I'm back below 900 again at 892. So this video I'm gonna try and play solidly and make my way back up to 900 plus, hopefully going to, I don't know, 950 at some point. I want to make it to that 1000 mark, that's where I want to be. And I've defeated people who were like 1100 something in their rated, so it should be possible, but we'll see. We're gonna start playing. And I'm gonna see just how much I can do. I see I kinda wanna change up the screen a bit. I think this should be fine. We'll have to see. Oh, by the way, it switches to a different screen once the match starts. For some kind of reason it takes forever. We are looking at opponents up to almost 1300 in rating. I know that that's kind of wild, but I want to learn, I want to get better. And let's face it, when I'm facing someone rated 1300, I can't lose that many points, but I can gain a lot of points, so I don't see the big downside. Here, let's move the screen up again. Oh, wait a second. Yes, I'm losing time, but I want you guys to see the time that I still have. At least I know the London system. It might be kind of boring, but at this level, so much stuff can happen. So many blunders. So we'll just see what happens. I don't know all the move orders, I don't know all the openings. I am learning, I am watching videos, mostly on Scandinavian defense, and I just watched one on the Caro-Kann. He's gonna play this, isn't he? So how do we deal with that? I think we can just play this, and if he pushes, I just push a pawn. And then when he pushes, I can just take it. So let's play this knight first. I think he was counting on me playing this move first. But not falling for it, buddy. And I'm also not taking a look at the rating. I don't want to see the rating of my opponent. At some point I probably will need to know that, because I think somewhere in 2025 I should be like 1100, 1200, who knows, but about around that. And maybe I want to play a tournament sometime. I'm not gonna win it, but we can play it. Oh, okay. So if he takes this and I recapture, now this is an option, because I take and my bishop is kind of stuck. Maybe I want to make a little pocket for my bishop then. Yeah, I think I do. He might consider it an attack on his bishop, and if he doesn't move it, it definitely will be. But I mostly see it as an escape square for my own bishop. Also, he's pinning the knight. Yeah. So if he takes this, maybe he was thinking I would capture with the knight at some point and he would take my queen, but not gonna let that happen. A bit of a weird London system so far. We just need to develop these pieces and castle. Oh yeah, and push that one. And then we're gonna launch a pawn storm on the side of the king, I think. We could go for a more positional game. I do kind of like the idea of keeping it a bit more complex, because I need to learn to properly analyze a board instead of just rushing in and doing all sorts of trades and then being sad when things don't work out. And what, this is a very solid defensive setup here in the center. It's just incredibly solid. And when the bishop here is just pointing queenside, so that might be a reason to start on the queenside, because I don't see that bishop moving in this direction anytime soon. And he finally goes for it. I can take. He can take. I could take. Yeah, I could. Do I need to? Well, he's gonna push otherwise. And now when he takes back, I move my bishop to the protective pocket that I put it in. That I made for it, I mean. Not too sure what I'm supposed to do when he pushes, because he's gonna prevent my bishop from developing, but developing the bishop to pin the knight would be a decent move as well, as long as I don't blunder my queen. Where will the queen be safe? So we can go here or here, meaning all of this. So this is all attackable. Knight moving here means he can attack these squares. So actually moving the queen here is not too strange. Okay, he moves the knight right now. Let's pin his other knight, I think. Am I certain that the bishop is going there? Well, I'm pretty certain. I don't see where else it should go. Here we're just gonna get a pawn fork. Here's a bit passive. And getting this fork in, of this pin, also means I get a chance to ruin his pawn structure, because if he pushes, I can take, and he has doubled pawns here. This is a nice little fortress for the king to walk towards, at least in my view. That might be an indication of just how horrible my board view is, I don't know. But ruining the pawn structure tends to be good for me. He already made it hard here. It's not too bad, because if he castles, the rook is now semi-open, is on a semi-open file. But castling queenside will at least be a no-go, making this a more positional game if we have this exchange, and then he has this. Okay, so if I remember correctly, this is a good place for my queen to go, except he can push this pawn, and then what? I mean, we can get this pin in right now. Oh, this check. It's not too weird, but do we want to trade if we don't have to trade? Maybe I can just move my queen back here. Would it be that bad to just move the queen back? What do you mean? Okay, so I need a plan against this. And this would pin the knight to the queen, but it's not that much of a pin if you're attacking with the queen and his queen is defended. So, although if I take the knight here, then if I go here, this is an option. I think I'd rather move the queen back. Do I want this trade? He already lost the bishop. I still have the bishop pair. I think I'm gonna just move my queen to safety. I'm not gonna take it all the way back, because now it has eyes on both sides. So depending on where he'll castle, I can still get stuff done. I do want to castle kingside, I think. You know what? Castling queenside is an option. I mean, I'm pointing at the queenside. I have a piece here in the queenside. My knight can sort of develop there. It's not optimal because of this push, and then takes. And then my queen has to move somewhere. But I could just develop queenside and castle and have my rook ready to go straight away. Also, I might want to play this move to keep his bishop from checking my king. And keep his knight from jumping here. He already moved his bishop there. So I might want to move here. I might want to move here, because he can't really punish it. Right? Oh, he can't even move that knight. So let's move my knight here. I'm gonna be adventurous and castle queenside, I think. Well, that changes things. I mean, castling queenside does allow me to push these pawns, so that's something. Yeah, I'm gonna castle queenside anyway and see where this goes. It started out as a London system, it no longer is. The knight is no longer pinned, so this has become an option again, but with the rook defending, the queen can't take the last one. Allowing me to put the queen here, checking his king. He can pin his own rook or move the king back. What can I do with this bishop now? I mean, if we get rid of the knight, the bishop can go here. Queen can go, well, not there. Fine, let's trade. Let's trade. Now, I kind of want to go here. We've developed everything. We need to get something going. Although, starting a pawn storm is an option. And the knight and the bishop can just get attacked pretty easily. So it's not that much help. This might trigger his knight to move. I don't see many moves for it. I'm gonna start the pawn storm and get my rooks behind it. Because one thing that's useful against higher rated opponents, which is what I'm usually playing, according to Levy, according to Gotham Chess, is to attack. Put them under pressure, attack him, get that attack brewing. If I go here, well, he could take en passant, but I can just take back. And I want to get this pawn storm going. Not blocking in my own bishop, I'm just moving it up. And protecting against this. And putting him under pressure. Time to move the... Wait, where... Oh, I need to calculate because that knight can move. And now what can that knight do? Because I probably need to go here. Don't I? Or here. Or here. Or I can move the bishop up. That's not too bad. He can go here. It's bad. Okay. Let's go here. I know that this is hard for the knight to reach. So that's also a reason I'm putting the queen there. He could attack me like this. He can put his knight there. Jeez Louise. I hope he doesn't see that. I mean, I didn't see it, but he's probably higher rated, so he probably sees stuff like that. Yeah, I was afraid of that. So how are we gonna deal with this? Well, mostly by attacking. He's gonna take a rook. I mean, he's going to take a rook. No matter which way this goes. So what am I gonna do with my rooks? If I go here or here, and he attacks either of these, then I could take his rook, but I don't want to. I didn't develop this rook yet, so I think it will be more useful to play this one. Which is kind of a weird thought, maybe. now it becomes more important to play either of these moves, because this pawn is hanging. Rook, queen and bishop against knight, queen and bishop is not looking amazing. Well, that's protected, so not too afraid. I could move my queen here. But then what are you going to do against this? He just wants to trade now. Also, I can't do this because he just takes back. He can't go here because he gets taken. He can't do anything if I move this, and I can take him back. So what does he want to do? Well, he might want to do this and this to get that going. So maybe not push this pawn just yet. And what if I do this? Well, what if he does this? Well, my pawn is pinned right now. So maybe I want to play this move. Oh, that's weird. It's not lost. If we were grandmasters, I would have lost, but we're not, so I didn't. But it's getting hard. I could go here. This could be a checkmate threat. Because this also defends that pawn. If he pushes, then I can just take, and he can't take. If he pushes, yeah, he's threatening to take this. And I'm if I go here, he can take this, but I can just take back. And he could take that, but I can take back. If I go here, then if he takes this, I can go there. And then him pushing the pawn means I need to move my king, and then he can checkmate me, so that's not what I want. So I think I need to move here instead of going for the checkmate. I need to be a bit careful, a bit defensive. I don't want to lose that bishop and trade it. So that's a big fat downside. But it could be worse. It could be worse, but it definitely could be better. He has double pawns and an isolated pawn. I have one isolated pawn, but otherwise there are at least groupings, structures or potential structures. Okay, so what if I go here? Well, he's gonna take. What if I go here? I think that's better. And this is quickly turning into a blitz game. He has 3 minutes left. I have a bit more. Something tells me we don't really need that amount of time. By the way, I think this character's from Dragon Ball Z, if I'm not mistaken. One of the opponents, no, from Dragon Ball. Not Z, but the series before. I love that series. So what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when it comes for you? As soon as I'm given room or space for it, I'm gonna move my knight up somewhere. I don't know where exactly. Maybe this would be better. Getting these squares. But that knight is now not participating in the game. Okay, well, I kind of need to take back, because that's a trade I can't afford. Same amount of pawns, both having a queen, but he has a rook and I have a knight. Interesting. Is there any way for me to defend against that? I don't think there is. I don't think so. So I'm gonna have to take. I have to. So now the question is, which knight move is most useful? Which of these is most useful? Now this protects this pawn, but he can just move his rook here and then I have to go. Maybe it's better to get the queen, get the king out. I think I'm going to go here, because if he attacks it, my king can defend it, and if he goes here, then my king is still there. Oh, well, that's just fine. Not too worried about that at all. Go and trade. Yeah, see, now I can at least defend my pawn. Really? I kind of want to go here, because then the knight is defended. And it's pressuring squares around the king and a pawn. So that's the move I'm mostly looking at. I also want to be careful for the rook ending up on this rank, so I'm going to have to move these pawns at some point, but I think the knight will be useful here. If I play it here, I'm attacking this pawn. He's going to have to do something about that so he can push it. And then what? Then I could go here and he'll push this. And then nothing. Okay, so what if I go here? No, wait. If I go here... No, that's nonsense. And by the way, he can just push the pawn. So I'm gonna have to go after these pawns. I need to make this move. Because even if I go there, he can just... Whoops. He can just threaten both the pawn and the knight. But right now, I don't need to make that move. I can make this move and get my knight semi-trapped. I mean, I'll go here, he'll go there, I'll go there, he'll go there, and then I can just get back. So I'm not trapped at all. I'm just gonna let my knight hunt down those pawns. He's not utilizing his rook, and I should utilize the opportunity. Wait, think. It's kind of counterintuitive to move the knights to the edge of the board, but he's gonna have to push this pawn. Then I can go there. Now this pawn can't move. This pawn, as soon as it gets captured, and this pawn gets captured as well as soon as it moves. So these are immobile. This is immobile. This doesn't do anything. Okay, what he can do is push this pawn, so that's something. Now what's your rook gonna do? And now I can play this. Of course your rook can go there. Not sure what to do then. I guess I wanna keep my knight in the center so it's mobile. I'm just gonna go for that. Oh, I don't think that's the right move. I think that was kind of silly. I'm just gonna protect it. He was maybe hoping for this, and then he can fork the my king and my knight. Yeah, that's gnarly. This is suboptimal to say the least. Not sure which of those turns was the wrong turn, but definitely sure there was a wrong turn. I wish he had pushed this so I can go here. I mean, I could go here and check his king, but he can just come closer, and I can protect this pawn, but he can do something about that. So, what is Paul I gonna do? I can go here and attack his pawn. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm losing on time, so I need to move. Also, I'm protecting this square now. So even if the king moves in, well, not if he moves in right now, because this just loses. Yeah, well, I need to take the pawn, because otherwise I'm screwed. Let's see, go here, he takes, go here, and it protects. Go here, go here. Yeah. How about that? But I can't defend the knight because the rook is cutting me off, but I can defend him like that. So that's no biggie. Yeah, I need to stay close. Got my king in the center. So if I can resolve this situation, we have an advantage here because my king is faster. Will be there faster. I just might pull something off here. Because when he's there, he can take. And then I can't take back. So I need to make a move. And I need to make a move quickly. So if I go here, he can take my pawn. But then I can at least fork a pawn and rook. I just need to do something. We have almost no time left. And I cannot fork the pawn and rook. It could have happened in an alternate universe, but not in this one. Now I'm forking pawns, although one is protected and the other can just be pushed. I don't know what I need to do here. Come on, keep thinking, lose on time. He's forgetting to push this pawn, so that's useful. What you gonna do? Yeah, that figures. Now I can take your pawn, and it's gonna be a race. It's a race you win, but it's still a race. But his queen promotes with check. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What am I gonna do against that? If I can get my knight here, I can fork those guys. That will be something, but I'm not gonna be able to do this. He missed it. He missed it. And that's my luck. So now I can check him, forcing him to let me make a queen. Oh, and did I just win on time? He was winning. He was winning, but at least I got my rating back. I'm now at 900 plus once again. I don't feel like I deserved that win. I mean, apparently I did because I won, but I know, and time is like a piece you're using. I didn't blunder. So that's... I'm glad that I didn't blunder. And apparently no misses or mistakes, but I don't think that the review is super accurate. But at least I didn't blunder. Can I still analyze this? No, just do a new one. Let's do a new one. Because it's not enough to make it back to 900 plus. I need to grow. Probably going for Scandinavian. Ah, great. This is a line I know well. Or at least, well, there are people who will know it much better than I do, but I know it well enough. Better than I know other openings. I mean, if you fianchetto, then know that the piece blocking your piece, as soon as you get rid of it, I take your queen. So you're gonna have to make some different moves. Let's go here. I think I want to go for this as well, but because of the fianchetto, not sure. I think I should go there. I never studied the variation with the fianchetto, so I'm kind of guessing here. Well, yeah, sure, man. I'm just gonna play this to protect myself, and then castle and develop the knight. And then we're gonna play chess. Castling needs to happen at some point. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, it's not hanging the knight because he's attacking my queen. I can see that, but still I kind of wonder, what if I trade first? He takes my queen, I take his queen. He takes my bishop, I'm doomed. Where will I place my queen? See, there's this answer, and this answer. And I think generally you would go for this one, but do you still go for that with these pawns here? And I could go here, but that feels like I'm trapping my queen. I still think I need to go here. I mean, if he takes the knight, I don't want to ruin the pawn structure if I don't have to, so that's the bishop's job to take that back. But we'll see. We'll see what he does. Still need to develop my knight. Yeah, he did that. Okay. Still need to develop the knight and then get the rooks in the game. Why does that feel boring? I can go here. He can take, I can take, he can take, I can take. He can take. Not a good idea. So maybe it is better to move the queen over here, and I did waste a move. Okay, well, too bad. Cut your losses and just get it done. Do not blunder anything. We have time. The queen moves. Maybe getting ready to go here, but I don't see it just yet. Maybe getting ready to go here when the knight moves. Let's take the knight right now and hopefully force his queen to move twice. No, he takes with the bishop. I kind of feel like playing this, even though my rooks aren't yet developed. I mean, his bishop is just stuck. This bishop has some beautiful vision, and moving my rook towards the center seems useful. This, however, is a semi-open file which I control, so maybe this move is even better. But this here stops the queen from coming in. And I could put my bishop back there and my knight there, and I have a great fortress. I'm just gonna develop my rook. It seems more principled to continue developing your pieces first. It's not like he can just take and ditch his queen. So there's nothing going on just yet. Now we need to make this move. And now I think I'm gonna get my bishop back here so I can develop my knight. There. Well, no, that's not developing, so I can move my knight, reroute it. And then we have a great fortress. Put my queen here, put my rook there, push the pawn. Oh, really? That's what you're going for, eh? I don't think it's that dangerous. Let him move his bishop here. Who cares? If he takes, I take, and then we're safe again. So I'm just gonna go here and make a space for my rook to go. Is there merit to this move? What if he moves here? I can move back, but why would you do that? If I go here, he can take, then I can take, but he'll take my queen. So that's not something I want. That might be a reason to go here. How can he punish this? He can move a pawn. Then I take his bishop. So his bishop is under threat. He needs to do something about that. If he does this, I could just go back. It's not that bad. But if he goes to any other square, no, not any other. If he goes here, this pawn push is not quite as, oh, but I also have this bishop. So if he goes here, I have this pawn push. If he goes here, I have this pawn push. If he goes here, I can go back. If he does anything else, I take his bishop. Or even better yet, I take it like that, attacking his queen in the process. But then my knight might not have the greatest escape squares. But I think this is decent, this move. I might check out the analysis afterwards just to see how much of this calculation made sense. But I should be able to push this now. He might push anyway. That's fine. I could have taken the bishop. Why didn't I? Why am I playing so quickly? I could have taken that bishop. So, now, let's not be stupid. I missed my opportunity with one quick move. I hate myself. So, what else? What else? Well, I could just advance it. I should have taken the bishop. That would have been winning. Well, not winning, but sort of. Interesting. Maybe go here. That one little slip up. I told myself, if he does anything else, I can just take the bishop. And then I don't do it. Why am I not doing it? I can also take this pawn. But I'll lose the knight. So the pawn is hanging. But I need to protect my knight. And I think this is the way to go. So he could take, then I take, and then he needs to do something about the protection of this pawn. And I still want to develop my rook here, but you know, it's not the right time. I'm just gonna pick up this pawn. Wait, am I? Am I? Because he can pick up this pawn. Yeah, but I can just come back. Or I can take it like this. I'm so sad that I didn't take this bishop when I had the chance. So stupid. But at least I took an extra pawn, so that's something. And maybe protecting my king a bit more while I'm launching these pawns forward is better. I could go for the queen trade. Now I'm up material. I think I will, actually. I've got more stuff. What if I do this first? He can't take because I take his queen. Okay. And I've developed my rook, so that's useful. That was why... You fucking idiot. Of course, I blundered his capture, and I blundered my capture. And this is why I'm 900 ELO. Chess is a tough game. Pawn is not hanging. Sort of an infiltration. Oh, but he took back his material advantage. Well, not if I take the pawn. Technically, I still have equal material. But it's not easy. If he moves a queen, I could go here and take these pawns, gobble him up, send these launching his way, keep him busy. So if I take this, if he takes with the queen, I can take with the rook. If he takes with the rook, I take with the pawn, and I'll have the center. No, because he can take this back. But if I take like this, he takes it with the thing. So maybe I should push this first. And then if he takes, I just take his queen. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this. Block off his bishop from the attack. Get a nice long pawn chain. Right up into his territory. Come on, man. Take the pawn. Try me. He's not gonna do that. It would be hope chess to play something like that. I could go here and here. Forking. Forking. Then he takes and I take his bishop. And then there's this lonely little pawn right up in his alley. So it's not going to be that useful. How about that? So what if I go here first? Well, that's just an excuse to lift the rook, isn't it? And I don't want him to lift his rook. I can go here. And he'll have to move his queen. Not too sure about where his queen would go that's useful. But I think I want to do this. to equalize the material. Please take my knight, get tunnel visioned. But I was the one who got tunnel visioned before, twice. Once on my side, once on his side. So I think I'm the one who's more prone to blundering. Queen ready to invade. That's something. If I take, he can take with his queen. And then if I take back, he's got a battery. Or in this way, he's got a battery. However, if he takes with the bishop, I can go here and maybe force the bishop somewhere else and still fork these guys, but the rook is protecting it. This is feeling semi-hopeless, as I also need to protect my rook. So let's get that trade first, will we? Let's get this first. Oh my god, I don't know what to do. Let's get that first. Oh, now we're cooking. Because he has to move his king. Because the only way to protect it is to get a bad trade that's in my advantage. I mean, he could take like this, but otherwise he'd have to move something in front of it that he doesn't want moved in front of it. Okay, so now what? I can fork his rooks. That's useful. Of course, I'm losing a rook as well. And I'll have to retake the bishop before we get anything else done. Taking with check seems the most useless way to do it. And then I think I need to take this rook. I mean, he needs to move here, so no matter what I do, he needs to do something about the check. I think I was sort of smart to look for excuses to move my pieces up and get them active, but also sort of lucky with how all of this plays out, and that I now get to take pieces. And I take a rook. I mean, he moves, I take a rook. He moves, I take a piece. That is, I think this is somewhat brutal, because my material is way worse. But because of those checks, I now get to equalize. Wait, will it be actually equal? I think it will, just because I have more pawns. So take this one. You're not going to be able to defend your king without putting something in front of it. And our bishop is going to be able to take it. And that will make you sad. Okay. So now this is where we're at. Well. Let's gobble up those pawns and win. I don't feel like I deserved that win. I don't. I think my opponent just, he was saying the same rating that I was at, so at least it was an honest game. I blundered 3 times. I only even noticed twice. Let's look at the game review for a second, because I need to know just how horrible this was. Oh, there's no more game review. Then let's go to my thing, my profile, look at the game, just do the self-analysis, because I need to know. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff here. This game. And we're going to take a look at what the best moves are at the spots where I was really uncertain about what I had to do. 37 turns. It's not a very long game. So we started with e4, Scandinavian defense, theory, Not theory for as far as I know. Scandinavian defense modern variation. His best move was g6, apparently. I still need to check out... Oh no, d4. 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 Yeah, that's what I expected. a3 would have been fine as well, which is interesting. You know, attacking the queen. Then there's bishop to e2. Bishop to e2. Don't know. Oh, yeah, no, I learned about that one. I did. Okay, but he went for this. And now we're still equal. My best move was knight c6. I didn't do that. I played the... What did I play? There's g6 there. Shadowing myself. There's e5. e5. Weird. Because when he takes, or if he wanted to take, he couldn't. He couldn't take if he wanted to. Okay. But I played this bishop. Apparently I shouldn't have. So he has the advantage right now. Fianchetto. I moved this. What was this? Okay, I played e6. It was the best move. Well, not too surprised. It's part of the theory. Here I had a chance to get an advantage by playing the queen all the way to the left side. Oh, that is weird. So this, not having developed my knight, not having developed my bishop, not having castled in any way and hardly moved any pawns, move your queen a third time all the way here. That's the best move, and that's how you get your advantage back. Why? Because apparently d4 would be played after, and then knight to c6. I'm still learning the squares. I am doing some coordination training on Lichess every day, or almost every day. And then he would wait, queen to d3. What am I looking at? Queen h5, d4, knight c6, then queen d3. Okay. Then long castle. Oh. How about that? Getting that attack going. Okay. And then knight e4. Yeah, this is already way too much for me. Just positionally speaking, this was apparently better. I don't have the calculation skills to keep all of this in mind just yet. I just need more training, more puzzles, more stuff. So I can't look at it that deeply just yet. Anyway, I played e7. White still has the advantage, and a decent advantage, more than half a pawn, if I can look at it that way. He played that move. I thought it was decent to get this going. It's still saying queen d3. Knight c6 or knight on b to d7. Yeah, so either develop your knight or get the queen over there. But this was not the right way to go. It just wasn't. And not too interesting for me just yet. Although white is now losing his advantage, and the most obvious moves are all pretty much equal. I should have moved the queen. I need to move the queen. Where do I need to move it? Either h5, d5, which I didn't consider, so that's something to keep in mind, and b6. But not this move. Okay, this because it attacks, come on, this because it attacks that, and then when I take, I can take the pawn and have some advantage, I assume. Okay, here, of course, you need to take with the bishop. Knight to d7 is what you would expect, or what the best move was. Let's see, instead of developing that knight, what should I do? No, that's actually exactly what I should do. It's the best move, okay? He plays an attack on the queen. Was that the best move, by the way? No, it very much wasn't. h3 to kick my bishop out or force an exchange. Okay. or queen to b3, which I never would have guessed, I think, here. And then, of course, the idea would be to go here eventually, get this going. But you need to get rid of my bishop first. Okay. Or queen to a4. Queen to a4. That's not what I ever would have thought. So a lot to learn here. Anyway, now e5 is the best move. I looked at that, I considered it, but I figured he's gonna take, then I'm gonna take, then he's gonna take, then I'm gonna take, then he's gonna take, and then I'm gonna take. I didn't calculate this properly. I think I forgot about my knight, but did take his knight into account. And in this whole exchange, if he goes for a weird move order, I can take his queen in between. Oh, that would have been the best move, without a doubt, and I didn't play it. Queen d8. Second best move. Not too bad. Okay. Now, where did I go wrong? Let's see here. Why did I do this? Protect against that. g6. g6 was the best move. Okay. I'm mostly interested in here. What should I do here? Oh, by the way, why are we suddenly completely equal? Because he shouldn't have made that move. Why? It allows me to play e5. Or no, bishop takes h6 was better. Why on earth was that better? Well, I got the battery going and I played the knight here. And now, oh, that's really bad for him. If I take the bishop. Damn it. Knight takes h6 was an option. Oh, that's the bishop, or bishop takes h6, or bishop takes d4. All right, because he can't do, and he can't recapture because I'm taking his bishop. But it definitely would have been much better if either of these pieces took the bishop, and I was too stupid to do it. Which is one of the reasons I don't feel like I deserved the win. Now he moves his bishop, attacking my queen, moving it with a tempo. I need to move my queen. And he does this. He's really hunting that queen down, isn't he? Okay, best move here, h6. h6. Not what I played. What I played was f5. Or, yeah, f5. Which is not in the list of moves you ought to be playing. Wait, then take a look at why is h6 better? So I play h6. Then what he'll do is bishop to e3, or at least that's the best thing he can do. Because he needs to move the bishop out. But why? Why can't he just take the knight, attack my queen? Because I can take back, and it's no biggie. Okay. Okay. Let's... He takes d4, so then we get this. What? h6, check. Bishop takes e3. Goes to e3. Okay, check. The e-pawn takes d4. Why? Bishop takes f4. Why not? Oh, because now the rook is blocked by the bishop. Okay, fair. But why not just take my pawn right back? It's protected by this bishop. So why not the bishop, bishop, queen? My head is hurting. I need to continue. Because there's still the other blunder where I needed to check out what I had to do. I took that pawn. I went for this line, which was really stupid. Oh my god, what should I have done? What I was supposed to do is play e4, and that would have given me an advantage. e4. Why is this an advantage? Oh, it blocks out the bishop. I do end up playing that at some point, but I just didn't spot it here, and I tried to get this line going, completely forgetting about that. and he has an advantage yet again. And now I imagine he'll maintain his advantage for quite a while. But through bad play, now I have the advantage. What happened there? Let's go back 2 moves. What was the advantage like then? Equalized. Okay, what he should play is h3, kicking my knight out. Or alternatively, bishop to f3, kicking my knight out. Or queen to a5, which is brave. Cause this part, yeah. But he moved here, equalizing, because he didn't take advantage of the position. He just continued like he didn't have an advantage. Okay. I'm blocking his bishop out. He moves this pawn. He should not have done that. Why should he have done that? He could have played queen to a5. That was the move, forking my rook and a pawn, and I can't defend both. Well, I can move the rook back. But that's not why I moved it there. I didn't want to move it back. And then this pawn comes, and then I can do that. Okay. So, he played this. What I should play is queen c5 check. I saw that, didn't play it. I played rook takes d5, which is the second best move. It would have been better to get this check in first, apparently. But suddenly he's on the defensive and I'm on the offensive. And I'm getting my rook in the game. I'm getting my knight in the game. And the bishop is coming to help. Because I didn't want to trade pieces. So now he has to deal with this. I can fork his rooks. And we know how this ends. It's mate in 3. It's mate in 3 with queen takes d5 check. Okay. I did that. Now it's mate in 2. He has to play rook to f3. He didn't. So now it's mate in 1 with queen g2 checkmate, which I didn't see. I didn't see the checkmate. Oh my god, you guys must have been cringing like crazy here that I took the rook. Oh my god. Sweet mother of... I took the rook. It's still an incredible advantage, I know, but he moves this, I take it. He moves the queen, I take it. He takes, and I fork his king and pawn. It's still winning, but blundering mate in 1 seems like it's properly in theme for my level, isn't it? Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm glad I played a little bit. I got back to 910. You know what? I've got a lower rating in Blitz, but I'm just gonna play a Blitz game because it's fun. It's fun, but another 10-5 game is a bit too taxing on my brain right now because I'm not used to all this stuff. I'm just gonna play 3-2. My rating is super low, but let's just see what I can get done here. I'm gonna go for London system, which is not ideal for Blitz, but it's at least an opening with white that I know. I could have gone for the Italian game, alternatively. Should I take? I think I should move back. I think moving back is the thing to do here. Get the triangle set up. Play the knight. Come on, man, it's a Blitz game. We gotta move. You gotta move. You gotta move. The knight defending the squares around the pyramid. This setup, so powerful. The bishop looking out over the entire battlefield. He can't do a thing without dying. So I don't know what that knight is supposed to do there. I want to get my knight here, I know that's the main idea, but he can just take it. And then I take. If I take first, he can just put the pawn there, and then I'm sad anyway. So let's just give him a reason to go for this trade, I guess. Because I don't know what I'm supposed to do, and it's blitz. And now there's some room for my queen to develop here. Well, not there, because but somewhere. Yeah, well, wait a second. I could just do this. So now what? What you gonna do, buddy? And I can also reinstate the knight there. I still haven't castled. So if he takes, I might take like this and just get the attack roaring. Well, I mean, I have some advantage. Where can you go? Do I want to trade? I think I don't. He can go here. I need this bit of vision. If he goes here, I can take, okay. I just don't see what the knight will want to do that's even somewhat useful to him. And now, this is an option. If he pushes, I just move to the... No, I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna go here. I'm doing it. If he pushes, I go there. He can take my queen, I can take his queen. We already spent like half of our time. I can go for this trade. I'm hearing chess playing noises that shouldn't be necessary. Let's move the queen back for a second, because I don't want to lose her if it's not necessary. Let's castle on the other side and just move the rooks in and push the pawns. Counterattacking the queen. I got my rooks lined up with your king, buddy. And my king is safe enough. It's looking decent enough. You can't take, because of this, you can't take, well, you can trade queens and then trade bishops. But you're not doing that. Well. I can go here. My knight is protecting that square, so I'm fine. And now that bishop has no useful space to go. It's just attacking emptiness. Well, not that that's useless, it's still useful, but there's no real threat there. And let's launch our attack. not sure how to continue the attack. I think this is somewhat necessary. How about that? Just a little blitz game to add to the video. I don't think the London is the most typical opening for blitz games, but whatever, it works. I got it done. I thought the little knight sacrifice at the end was somewhat brave. I mean, we are low on time, otherwise I wouldn't have done it. But it worked out. I don't see how we could have escaped. Maybe if he did this, that. Well, no, not this. No. Wait. How can I go back? How could he have escaped? Oh, I'm honestly not sure. I don't think he can. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're just screwed. You're just screwed. Okay, so that was another chess video, just a little bit of training. I'm glad I upped my rating to 910 again. I played a little blitz game afterwards, and we'll see how it goes next time. I'm going to keep training, I'm going to keep pushing on until I reach that 1000 ELO, and then on to 1200, 1400. You know what, we'll see. I don't want to get too brash, I think is the word, or brazen. I'm not sure what the word is, too overconfident at least. Let's just get to 1000 plus first, and I think 1200 should be possible for me, and I'd be pretty proud if I can already play at that level, because that's a decent game of chess as far as I can tell. It's not master level in any way, but I don't think I'll ever reach, like, not even candidate master. It's just too much. Unless I'm going to make a career out of it, who knows? But for now, I'm happy to have played the way I played. I'm just going to keep growing to hopefully blunder less and do a bit more smart things. See you guys next time. Hasta la vista.